Hello friends, welcome to my channel UGC Revision and Notes. In the last video we saw problems in computer architecture. Today we'll solve the remaining 5 problems. So as you know, we have covered TOC, computer networks and operating systems. We have covered all the problems from the August 2024 paper. Question number 109. So consider the following statement regarding special purpose registers. So program counter keeps track of the next instruction executed. A. Then B. Instruction register holds the address of the first instruction to be executed. C. Accumulator holds the output of ALU. And D. Program counter PC keeps track of only the first instruction of the program. So what does the program counter do? Program counter will keep track of the next instruction to be executed. So this is a very important concept of formula because almost in all the papers this question will be asked. Next, instruction register. So what does the instruction register do? It holds an instruction currently being executed. So what is the accumulator? Accumulator is a special purpose register. It stores what? It stores the intermediate results of the arithmetic and logical operations. So you know the what is the each and every register does. Program counter keeps the track of next instruction executed. So A is correct. And then accumulator holds the output of the ALU. Yes, it's correct. Now instruction register holds the address of the first instruction. No, it's wrong. And program counter keeps track of only the first instruction. That is also wrong. So only A and C is correct. And hence the answer to this question is 1, that is A and C only. Question number 123. Here, consider the following statements regarding combination and sequential circuits. Output of the combinational circuits depends only on the current input. Output of the combinational circuit depends on both the current input and previous output. Output of the sequential circuit depends on the current input, or output of the sequential circuit depends on both the current input and previous output. So in combinational circuits, here the output will depend on the combination of inputs. That is, at any point of time, here there is consideration will be only on the current input and not about the past state of the input. That is what a combinational circuit does. In sequential circuit, it is a type of combinational circuit only where the output is in clock cycles and the output depends on the past as well as the present inputs. So only in sequential circuit it depends on the past as well as the present inputs. It's sequential circuit. So what is the answer? Here the output of the combinational circuit depends only on the current input. Yeah, true. And then D, output of the sequential circuit depends on both the current input and the previous output. This is also correct. So A and D are correct. So the correct answer is second option, that is 2. Next, question number 130. Here there is a given a list 1, list 2. So counter and its uses. So n bit ring counter, synchronous counter, asynchronous counter, and decimal counter. So what are the options? First let us see what each counter does. So an n bit ring counter, so it is a counter. So what is a counter? It's just a device that stores the number of times a particular event or process has occurred in relation to a clock. So that is what a counter does. So what is a synchronous counter? In synchronous counter, the same clock will be connected to all the flip-flops. All the devices, the same clock will be connected, means it is a synchronous counter. Asynchronous counter means what? Here the clock is connected to only the first flip-flop or only one flip-flop, and the output is input to another flip-flop. The output of that flip-flop will be input to another flip-flop. So that is the asynchronous counter. So next, decimal counter. Decimal counter or binary coded decimal counter, otherwise called as decade counter, is a digital circuit that counts from 0 to 9 and then reaches to 0, repeating this sequence. This is a decimal counter. N bit ring counter, it will count exactly n states. So A and 2. Next, B synchronous counter. Synchronous counter will use what? It will use a universal clock. So B and 1. Then asynchronous counter. Asynchronous counter, here the main clock is applied to only the first flip-flop. So C goes to 4. So C4, A2, B1 and D3. 3, that is decimal counter counts 0 to 9. So the correct option is option number 3. Next question number 131. Here it's given options here. Choose as half adder, decoder, register, main memory. So other options are given as n input, 2 n input, CPU storage unit, and used to store program, and 2-bit circuit addition. So a circuit that does addition is an adder. Half adder has 2 inputs and 2 outputs, while full adder will take 3 input and produces 2 output. A half adder can add 2 single bit binary numbers, while full adder will add 3 single bit binary numbers. So this is the difference between half adder and full adder. So what is a decoder? So decoder is a combination circuit. It generates a original signal from the coded input signal. So one is coded, encoder will code the signal and decoder will decode the signal. So decoder will give the original signal from the coded input signal. That is, it converts the n lines of input into 2n lines of output. That is, n gives 2n. Encoder converts active data signals into a coded message format. So the activity of an encoder was it will encode. So it will encode what the data signal into a coded format. That is, it converts an analog to a digital signal. So it will take 2n input lines and convert it to n output lines. So this is important. So remember, in encoder it will be 2n, 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 and from 2n inputs it gives n output, and decoder from n inputs it gives 2n outputs. So OR gate is a basic element in encoder, while AND or NOT gate is a basic logic element of decoder. This is also important. So see the question here, half adder. So half adder is used for 2-bit addition circuit. This is a 2-bit addition circuit. So A goes with 4. And then decoder. So decoder will take n input and give 2n outputs. So B goes with 1. So A4 and B 1. Then C, register. What does register do? Register is a CPU storage unit. Okay, so it is a CPU storage unit. And main memory is what? Main memory is used to store the program. At runtime, all the programs will be at the main memory. So it is used to store the program at runtime. Hence, the correct option is option number 3. So, okay, friends. So we have completed this paper. We have completed computer architecture, all the problems from the August 2024 paper. If you have any doubts, please write in the comment section. I'll be very glad to help you. If you need question paper with the answers in PDF format also, please do write to me in the comment section. I shall provide you with the question and answer. I hope this was useful to you. Please do like, share and subscribe my channel, Raji CS Revision and Notes. Thank you.